Do you have your thing streaming yet?
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Not yet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to... Here we go.
Ta-da!
All right. Those are all those things I don't want to think about right now. That's fine. I don't want to think about any of these.
And then I gotta put it in here.
None of this. None of that. I gotta get some barrels. Oh, hold on. Eat that. Oh, I do have barrels. Okay, I'm gonna put some barrels around. Whee! And a barrel here. And a barrel there. Here a barrel, there a barrel, everywhere a barrel.
Everywhere there be barrels.
And I gotta put some of these out too. Let's put this here. It's hard when like you have a build that has a lot of different types of blocks, you know?
Yeah.
Because the problem you run into then is you're trying to carry all of them in your inventory.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, I can't carry everything. What did I have under here? Oh, I don't have any block. That's why. Let's put this here for now. And I can put this on top, and I can take that out.
A little bit. That's okay.
Wait.
What?
What?
Yeah. Oh no, never mind. Sorry.
It's like, what? Okay.
You were like, wait, and we're both like,
Huh?
what do we do?
So
What happened?
I get to tell you now, Mel.
What happened?
So you better appreciate my efforts.
I better appreciate your efforts.
Yes, because it cost me my netherite axe and my netherite pants and my netherite boots. But
Whoa, I'm sorry.
I got 4 bars of netherite for you.
Really?
Yes, I basically was doing really well, and then bullshit happened, and I quite literally mean bullshit.
Creeper over here. Hold on, I gotta take care of this fucking creeper.
There's tons of creepers.
There you are.
Basically, I was in the nether farming netherite or ancient debris, and I was getting a decent amount. And then, for whatever reason, I'm going along and I'm doing the explodey method, and suddenly, oh shit. Suddenly, one of the TNT, like, I don't know, backfires, which then makes me stab myself.
What?
And then I died, but because the explosion happened right afterwards, it blew up some of my gear. Now, it didn't... Luckily, it did not blow up everything. Otherwise, I would have been like, I'm good. I'm going to bed, because apparently, you know, the gods have decreed that I suck. No, I only lost my boots, my pants, and my axe. I did not lose both of my pickaxes, which I didn't know why I had both of them on me because I'm a fucking dumbass. And I didn't lose, you know, my wings or my sword or my shovel. And I didn't lose the stack of fucking the stack of ancient debris that I had. Well, not whole stack, but the ancient debris that I did manage to get.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
So, the gold farm works, by the way, and it works a little too well because it's currently like stuffed to the brim with flesh that I can't get rid of. I'm trying desperately to get rid of it, and I'm just like, Jason, I need you to get rid of all of this stupid zombie flesh. There's too much.
I have too much zombie flesh.
Too much.
I think this one needs to go this way. Nope, wrong way. Damn it, I hate that. Hold on. That. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, George said he was gonna go pick her up. Go message him. Go ask him what the heck. Alright. One of my kids needs to get picked up. That's like, yeah.
I just now realized.
What did you just now realize?
Why games like Botcher are so fun?
Why is that?
It's because they're literally Rube Goldberg built machine builders. You're building Rube Goldberg machines. That's what this game.
Alright, go on. I'm on screen. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Do I have any polished andesite stairs?
I love that Rhiannon left me Rhiannon or Aria, one of the two, left me a box full of just random shit to say thank you, because I keep saying, every time they ask me for something, I'm like, yeah, go ahead and grab it. I don't care. They know that as long as, like, they have to, like, you know, for the most part, I'm cool with whatever that they need to grab, but if they need something from my shinies bucket, then they need to ask me, like, and it might be no, so.
It could be no.
Yeah.
That is legit. I don't know why this thing has given me this grief about the stripped logs. but it's frustrating.
Well, it's because they're facing the wrong way.
It doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter what way I face them because what happens is
Yeah.
the graphic is showing them stripped with no end on them.
Yeah, you can do it by putting it to the side.
Yeah, and I've done it to the side and I've done it to the other side, and it's like, look, I'll try it real quick. There's probably some other way on here. I don't have my axe with me. Okay, let's look at the
Yeah.
graphic, right? Okay, so it's showing it that is.
It looks like
See
snow.
that? Huh?
It looks like snow almost, but it's not.
So it should be that way, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
It's still saying that. Okay.
Yep, doesn't matter which direction I put it. Let me try the other direction, just in case. It might work the other way. You know. I can get up here to do it.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Well, when
I'm
you were
just trying
putting,
to basically.
I was like, when you were putting those other ones down, I was like, well, there's your problem. They're the wrong way because you're putting the end up. That's why I was.
Yeah,
confused.
yeah. The other things, yes. There was a bunch of them that you can tell the direction on them. But these are, no matter what I do, they just keep telling me it's the wrong direction. And I've just kind of accepted that whatever version of Minecraft this guy's got, that I got this pattern art off of, it's going to be like, well, you're an idiot.
Mhm.
So I'm just trying to vaguely get the stripped parts to be facing up at least so that they're not real obvious. That's smooth quartz. This is a lot of. I have to come over here and do all this. I think I need my iron and shit. This is all smooth quartz slabs. Do I have? I do. I have some slabs.
Some slabby slabs.
Get slabbity slabs. This looks like a single. Whoa. I didn't put any gray concrete over here. What the hell is wrong with me? What kind of builder am I? Missed all of this?
How do you make another?
And apparently I
Wait.
did not bring enough with me, so
So I think it says in.
pillow planks. Gonna put these in at least. What is this? Polished andesite slab. I probably have that. Let me. What happened to the rest of my gray concrete?
There it is.
Polished andesite slab. Polished diorite slabs. Stone stairs and deep slate stairs. What's over here? Polished deep slate stairs. I do have those. Okay. What the hell? Oh, shit. Means that I put that underneath something I wasn't supposed to. Alright, so take that one out. Yes, I know I messed up. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm just being a shit. Don't listen to me right now. Is there a zombie running? Mother!
It needed to
I
remind
gotta
you.
beat you to death with a block because I don't have anything else. Here, I've got a pickaxe. I was like, there's a zombie nearby? Oh, it's right goddamn behind me.
It's right behind you.
It's right behind you. I know. Like, lady. What? I'm trying to pay more. Oh, I put the wrong thing in there. I want to put this in there. I wish my what do you call it, bar was bigger.
What bar?
My inventory bar on the bottom.
Oh yeah, I could
Wish
have
it was
more
bigger.
inventory.
I know. I wish it was bigger. I gotta go get some more concrete, and I need some polished andesite slabs.
So look at you being a
And I
size
should be able
queen.
to put these in here, huh?
So look at you being a size queen. I wish my thing was
I am a
bigger.
size queen. Whoa! I fell right through the hole on that one. Well,
Good
that was
job.
stupid. Thank you very much.
Mm-mm-mm.
Very important to me. I need some red terracotta. Put some chicken away for now. gotta put those beds in. I gotta put those in a second. Do I need smooth stone slabs? I think I do, but I need polished. Wait, is it polished andesite I needed? Putting gunpowder away. Yeah, I need a couple andesite slabs. And I got my brick walls. I don't need these. I don't need those right now. I forgot what else I needed. I think I need some smooth stone slabs, so I'll bring those with me. And let me top off my pale oak. That should be good for the next little bit. I'm getting there. You coming, Elizabeth? Nobody gets that anymore.
Aw.
Only me. I know. Nobody gets me.
Nobody
Nobody
understands.
understands.
Is respiration for feet or for your head? I think it's for your head.
What?
Respiration.
I forgot my concrete. All right, let's see. Why does this keep going the wrong direction? Did I say that you could do that? Pretty sure I did not. Thank you. Sorry. I just gotta tell this ship what for once in a while, okay?
I mean, once in a while you gotta be
Sometimes
like,
you have to be like, look,
remind who's boss.
I did not approve this. Huh?
Remind it who's boss.
That's right, I'm gonna. God, how am I already running out of things? I thought I did all my inventory just right. I could have sworn I did. I could have sworn my inventory was correct.
Okay, this one needs
I'm gonna have to go
mending.
backwards on this one. If any of these creepers come up here, I'm gonna be pissed. Why are you not letting me do this? Okay.
I need you to sleep.
What? I don't want to sleep.
I need you to sleep.
Okay, hold on. I'm doing important jobs.
You're doing important
maybe I'm not.
job shit.
I know. Did I? Oh, it's not supposed to be on the bottom. Okay.
How do you take a book out?
What?
How do you take the books out of the bookshelf? That's kind of neat.
Oh, I don't know. It's supposed to be light over here. All right, hold on one second. I don't. Give me a second. Here we go.
There we go.
All right, you happy now?
Yes, now I can go back outside.
There. All right, I'm trying to get things done here.
Ain't got enough time for this shit.
I do not. I've also got to find more concrete.
Well, you are in a desert, so I think you're fine.
Do I have more deep slate stairs? I do. I'm just saying, I thought that I got the right amount of things. That's what I don't understand. I could have sworn I got the right inventory. But I'm wrong. My numbers were wrong. Did you? Oh, I believe it. How could my numbers be wrong?
How did I miss this one?
Impossible, unfathomable. This is not allowed.
What number? Her numbers being wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree on all counts. All of them. All of the counts. Do I have a stone brick wall? I do have stone brick wall. Yay. Okay, my numbers should not be off. I'm really just kind of like hyper checking for any creepers right now. How are you telling me this is the wrong direction? Damn it. Hold on. No, it's not from that direction? But it's the same. Hold on, let me see something. I was really curious. No, it's still telling me it's from the wrong angle. All right, hold on. East low, north tall, south low, up true, one false, west none. How did I not get north tall? Facing east. Do I need to go this direction? Very confused.
Me too.
All right, I don't know. Sometimes these things don't make sense. You know, just gonna have to fucking deal with it. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. I haven't had this much trouble with the design in a while. I'll be honest. This one's really giving me some trouble. I don't know why. I don't know why it hates me so much.
It wants to keep you here. It wants to hear you keep complaining.
Ah! I missed a diorite. A polished diorite. I have a polished diorite. Put these away for now. Okay. Yeah, why are you telling me that these stone walls are wrong? I can't put it any other way. Unless I put it towards the bottom. It's fine. It's fine. It's on there. Okay, that's all that matters. It should not be complicated. I have a bunch of stone walls I gotta work with over here. East, north, south. Okay, south tall. Why are you not letting me put you on there?
I really hate that you can't just target a
This one not? This one's there.
I hate that you can't target an enchantment on something, that it's all or nothing. Because I would really like to be able to just take off some of the protection ones that I have, because I don't need those.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that. I would really like it if you could kind of customize that a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Be super keen.
What do we need? Oh, that's my netherite blocks. I figured out where I need my netherite blocks. Polish.
Up your butt eating ham sandwich.
No!
Eh.
Not even close. Oh, come on. I missed that one. I don't know, okay? I don't know. I don't understand. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh, they must be installing the thing.
The
Pantry
what?
thing.
The what?
What now? Oh, that's
I don't
Sarah.
know. You were like, oh, hey, Sarah. What's going on?
There's Jesse, because I can hear as Jesse just logged in. Hi, Jesse.
Hello, how's it going?
Oh, I didn't realize you had just signed in. Very
Yeah.
cool. I am building shit. I keep putting things in the wrong.
Hopefully today we have less crashes and more just doing stuff.
I don't care.
No. That hurt so bad. We lost everything for several. I was panicking.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. So if I'm gonna fall through here because I have a feeling I haven't put these support blocks in. Oh, I did. Okay.
Well, we didn't lose.
We-
We didn't
I
lose.
thought-
We lost like 10 minutes. That's what we lost. Like 10 minutes of time. That's it.
Yeah, but originally we thought we were gonna lose like
The whole thing.
a lot. Yeah. So it was. I was very much like, if we have to start over again, you know, I'm gonna do it, but I might need to have a little grieving time here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna do it, but I'll be
That's all.
sad.
I'm gonna be sad about it.
I'll be
first,
honest, I would
so-
not have been too upset, but that's mostly because I don't been on this server like at all.
Oh,
It would have been a very nice opportunity to start fresh with everyone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like
Oh,
the
I mean,
last
that's
thing I saw
true.
you doing was like the Clippy art.
What?
I was, I was.
There's like a half-formed Clippy in the middle of like the down the way, and I'm like, ah, that looks like something Jesse was doing.
I was,
Nice.
and then I'll be honest, I ADHD'd and I forgot about it for like 3 weeks, and now I have not had the wherewithal to go back to it.
Ah, damn it, I can't put respiration on it. That sucks.
All right, those are stairs. I'm gonna.
I did start a server for the child for us to play on, though.
Oh yeah.
So she and I have been
Okay.
playing in a completely vanilla server.
Oh nice.
That's very cool.
I am currently in the process of trying to build my own villager spawner. Or iron farm. My own little iron farm.
Oh, you're an iron farm.
Building your first iron farm is always fun.
It is fun. It is a lot of fun.
Well, it's certainly not going to be, the skyscraper that Jason builds. It's just a
Mhm.
one layer.
Iron farms can be so fucking weird sometimes too. Like, I remember like every once in a while I get this urge to do solo stuff, right? But it's few and far between nowadays because I've got so much shit to do. But like every once in a while I want to be like, I just want to do something brandy spanking new, so let me just go do this thing. And and then I'm like, okay, what can I accomplish on my own? And I was able to build, I built myself an iron farm, I built myself a villager breeder, I built myself a couple of the basics. And I was like, yeah, I can do this. I don't need to wait for Jason to do this shit. And then, but in the middle of all of it, I'm like, God damn, there's so much shit you gotta do. But it's really nice when it works. And I'm just like, don't die.
I was like, I don't need that guy. That was funny. I'm sorry.
Well, it was funny. That's why I was like, babe, I need you to make the fucking wither skeleton farm because I can't. I just can't. I'll make you a gold farm and we'll see where that goes, but I can't make the wither skeleton farm. There's no wither skeleton farm that I've found that would be easy at all for me to make. Just nope. Fucking nope.
I'm a strong, independent woman and I don't need no man. Fuck that, Jason, do it for me.
Yeah, babe.
I really need you to do this.
I need you to do it, please.
That is fair.
Oh, so I am a sucker, but it's okay.
No.
No, it's just that, so I felt really bad breaking the news to Ian that he wasn't going to be able to get the Flareon, and he was really upset. But that thing sold out within a day, and I was like, he was really gunning for it and stuff like that too. But I knew that I was like, Jason and I both had a feeling that he wasn't going to be able to get the Flareon, and he was upset. But I had the email alerts for when the Espeon and Umbreon. I don't know if you know about these, Jesse, but these are life-sized fucking Pokemon.
Oh yeah, we heard about it.
I got the pre-order for the Espeon.
What I hear about?
The Espeon.
Did you really?
I did.
I
got
it. What about the Umbreon?
I want to, but Jesse, they are $400 a pop.
Yeah, that's why we passed on it.
Well,
otherwise, Sarah would have a life-size Umbreon.
Look, okay, we told Ian because his sister got, the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique when we went to Disney, and there was nothing really that he really wanted to do at Disney. We basically made a deal with him when they announced the life-size Pokemon. Or sorry, when they announced the life-size Eevees, the 3-foot fucking big Eevees. And Ian saw them, and he was like, I really, really want one of those, blah, 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 right? He was just super excited, super stoked, and I was like, all right, look, since you didn't get anything special while we were at Disney, if you can come up with $150, we will match that, and Dora will throw in the rest. And we'll get you one.
Yeah.
And
damn. Fair enough.
Yeah. So he's been hustling for the last month, and he's made almost $100. And Like, his plan was originally that he was going to try to hustle over the summertime too to make the $400 for the Espeon, and he wanted to do the 150, and we'll match it for the Flareon. But I saw that the Flareon went up and then down, and I was like, there's no fucking way. And I told him, I was like, look, as soon as I see the alert that the Espeon and the Umbreon are available, I am going to just pre-order it, but you still have to earn the 150, which was really funny because he got excited when I showed it to him today. That I showed him the pre-order. And then he was all like, and then later on this evening, he was like, I was like, all right, you still got $60 left to earn. Because I told him, oh, that's right. Because I told him that we're not going to be doing the flea market this weekend. And
on Sunday, because the weather's going to be.
Because the weather's going to be shit. And he's like, people have jackets. That was the funny part. He was like, people have jackets and umbrellas. And I'm like, babe, do you want to go out and shop in the rain? And he was like, oh man.
Oh man. Dealing with your logic.
I know. So that was funny. And then but I told him, like, you know, he still had like $60 to earn, like $50-$60 to earn, and he was like, what do you mean? And I'm like, because you have to, like, it's like, I pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered it, but you still have to come up with the money. And he was like, okay.
Unfair, mother. Unfair.
I know. But I think he was being cheeky.
But you've already gotten it.
I know.
You already pre-ordered
well,
it.
Technically, I've locked in the pre-order.
Exercise.
Yeah, I know. I've technically locked in the pre-order, but they won't charge me until till they ship it. So I have an actual task in my calendar right now that is going to renew every month. That's going to remind me that in November. Like, I have to make sure that just to keep me reminded that I have to have space for $400 on that card.
I mean, that's still a little expensive. That's a lot better than I thought.
Yeah. It's $425 basically is what it is.
Yeah, that's very expensive for a plushie.
Yeah. It's a giant plushie the size of your kid. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah. Walmart has a 20-pound bag of polyfill for $60.
Yeah.
Which is a hell of a lot cheaper than it was on Amazon.
Oh, my dear. Oh, I was going to say, it's a hell of a lot cheaper than it was Amazon. I was like, are you thinking of making yourself your own? Because it's going to take more than 20 pounds of fucking polyfill, that's for sure.
Oh, to refill the...
No, Arya's narwhal is like...
Yeah.
5 years old. Or 3 years old now.
Yeah.
And it's getting a little sad and a little squished.
Okay, so you want to update it?
So I wanted to restuff it.
Yeah.
And I was looking around for polyfill to do so. And on Amazon, a 10-pound bag of polyfill is like $65, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw online on Joann's a 20-pound one for like $40, I think it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a lot better. A hell of a lot better.
I'm surprised you can still order off of online with Joann's.
Sure couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, I'd have bought it right then and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a 5-pound box at Michael's is $20. And I'm like, that's not awful, considering, like, I was looking online for the recommendations for it, and I was like, they say that a plushie of this size should be about 5 to 10 pounds. So if I bought a 20-pound box, I'm guaranteed that it's enough.
Yeah.
But like because that was what it was. I went by the weight, and they were like, oh, for a 5-pound plush, you'd probably want another 5 pounds, or replace it with the weight. And I was able to figure out the weight of the narwhal, which, by the way, the narwhal weighs 5 pounds. I don't know how it's only 5 pounds, but it's apparently only 5 pounds.
Nice.
And I was like, I'm not shoving 20 pounds of polyfill in, obviously, but I don't know what the conversion of old polyfill that is, 3 years old of dust and dirt and whatever else the child has drooled and spilled on it.
That's fair. Dead skin and all that shit.
All fair.
I'm like, I don't know what the actual conversion to that is. But if I get more polyfill than it currently weighs, it's gonna be the correct amount.
Yeah.
And then what am I gonna do with the rest of it? I'm gonna take the rest of it and put it back in the box and put it in the closet for the next time I need to do a project like this. Or the time I hear somebody else going, man, I wish I had a bunch of polyfill, because, in our line of life, that's not an unreasonable expectation that could happen.
That's fair.
It's true.
Do you know how many times I've had friends who are like, man, I wish I had, X crafting thing, and I'm like, I have one sitting on my shelf. It's been there for 3 years. Hold on.
Hold your horses. I got you covered.
Yeah. Look, the crafting drawer is a magic place. Whether it's my crafting drawer or somebody else's, someone in our group has it.
Mm-hmm.
Pet my kitty cat.
Like, my sister-in-law recently got into those Wooble creations.
Oh God, yeah.
And they have done... I'm a little sad about this, but they have done every single one of the Harry Potter-themed ones now, she and her daughter. She and my niece.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got one or two of them for Christmas on a whim, one for each member of the family. And one of my nieces and my sister-in-law fell in love with them, and so they ended up over the last 4 months buying 12 of them.
Wow.
And now they just do Woobles because they're like, they're so much fun. And so we were like, hey, she mentioned offhand, she's like, man, I wish I had a bunch of knitting stuff, but knitting stuff is so goddamn expensive. And Sarah and I were like, we have a 20-pound tote of knitting shit. Neither of us like to knit, but Sarah had hyper fixated on knitting for a while and crocheting, and we were like, here, you can have all of the knitting stuff and the 2 Walmart bags full of yarn that we have.
Wow. That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
That's very cool. She's all look at you hooking her up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, they were so excited when we brought it over.
That is so cool. All right. I'm gonna
it's not clearing out my nerd library levels of but it was definitely a
I've
moment.
got this thing over here.
I sometimes look at my World of Darkness library and I'm like, look, I have so many of these World of Darkness books. And then I see other people and I'm like, oh, I don't have shit. Never mind.
What was it? I'm trying right now. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get some stronger bookshelves for ours because I need ones.
Taking on me on trying to fucking parcel garbage.
Yeah. You definitely do.
Oh, this is cute. Ian's little shop here, his little banner shop. He's like, buy these with emeralds. It's very cute.
I did get really excited. I still have to wait another 9 months for it. But I got really excited because it's been officially announced. The next Dresden Files book is now coming out.
Oh shit, really? I thought he was done.
Yes.
I thought he was done too.
So did I. Earlier this year, I finally was just like, well, I guess the Dresden Files just went the way of Game of Thrones and we're never going to get an ending.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. Well, I thought as well.
But he announced in an interview at some comic convention, apparently last week, that 12 months is just about finished and that it should be shipping and hitting stores in January.
Of 26?
Wow.
Of 2026, yeah.
Damn.
All right.
I'm very excited because I'm like, I would love to see it. And he had to switch them around. So he had apparently, while he was writing the last two, while he was writing Peace Talks and Battlegrounds, he had been plotting Mirror Mirror. But then he finished Battlegrounds and he was like, oh no. nope, I need another book in between this and Mirror Mirror.
Oh.
So
Nice.
he had to completely. He didn't scrap it. He just pushed it back one book, and he wrote 12 Months, which is very aptly named, like every single Dresden Files book, because it follows the 12 months directly after the events of Battlegrounds.
Oh, okay.
And him dealing with the aftermath of Battlegrounds.
It's been so long since I've read them, so I'd have to like.
I gotta reread them. I know.
Yeah.
I fully assumed that Steffi has not read Peace Talks and Battlegrounds.
I vaguely remember reading Peace Talks. I do not remember reading Battlegrounds, but I do remember that Battlegrounds was the first one that broke the mold. Like, it broke his naming convention. Because every single book up to that point, up till Battlegrounds, had been both words had been the same number of letters.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That was his naming convention, that every single book had the same
Words.
had 2 words, always the same number of letters. Yeah.
It was also 2 words that were a pun that were relevant to the story.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good night.
What's funny too is I was just thinking about whether or not I wanted to donate our like whole collection of Dresden stuff, because I was like going through, I was like, is there anything that we could parse down?
I'm sorry, the child was talking to me for a second there.
No, it's okay. Oh my
What
god.
are you-
Why is your
You're
child
parsing
so
down
rude?
Dresden Files stuff?
I was thinking about it. I was thinking
She was
about
thinking
it.
about it.
So it's hilarious
I
that you
was
mentioned
like,
that he's actually
You
going to be
read
doing.
them, let them go, and I.
No, I can't do that. Every single other like series, there's like half of the books that are here are ones that I have read, and I can't let them go because I can never let them go. Because every once
I will
in a
say
while
this:
I do read them again.
if for some reason anybody wants to get rid of either paperback or hardcovers of these goddamn books, I will happily complete my library in a manner that actually fits my goddamn library.
Oh, what, the Dresden series?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. It's really annoying because I have like the first half of the series in paperback, and then Jason started getting them in hardcover.
That's because it didn't print in paperback for the first 8 books.
Yeah. Well, we have the first
or it didn't print in
7.
hardcover, sorry.
Yeah.
The first 8 books only printed in softcover.
Yeah.
And it was actually, he actually has an interview about the story when he found out he was going to hardcover.
Mm-hmm.
But it was book 8 because it was shit, I'm blanking on the name, but it was the one where Molly was revealed to also be a witch.
Wasn't that Death Masks? That's like book 5. Hold on, Summer Night was 4.
It's Proven Guilty. That's
Proven
it.
Guilty. Okay.
Yep. Because it's the one where Molly, it's discovered that Molly's a witch, but she had been doing some little mental magic on her friends to force them to be afraid of drugs, and that was breaking the second law of magic.
Yeah, and then
but also
Winston,
it was happening during a horror movie convention, so it was causing the fetches to come out and murder people, and then she gets dragged to Fae. And still one of my favorite books in the whole series too.
Nice.
Love that book. But so I bought them all, starting with 1, 2, and 3, through the years, and I started buying them right around the time of like 9 or 10. No, it wasn't even that early. It was earlier than that. But yeah, I got all the way up to Changes buying them, and then I had to wait for Ghost Story to come out, and I bought Ghost Story as a hardcover, and since that I have the next, so 13 through 18 are all in hardcover, and I'm like, I have 12 paperbacks and 5 hardcovers, and I hate the way this looks on my shelf.
Nice.
Oh, that's funny.
I am also too stubborn to go and pay $20-something for each of the hardcovers for 1 through 12. And also too stubborn to go and rebuy the other ones in paperback. And I'm like, God damn it. Like, Sarah also hates the way they look on the shelf, and is also like, you can go and buy the paperbacks again, and then just get rid of the hardcovers. It'll be okay.
Or vice versa.
Like,
Or the other way around, and I'm like, but then I come to the really stupid one of, the hardcovers look a lot nicer on my shelf, but the paperbacks are so much easier to read,
Yeah.
and are so much more comfortable to read.
Why
Yeah.
not both?
Because then you complain that I have no shelf space.
Por kilo no dos.
Yeah.
I mean,
I will say also, if neither of you have tried John Butcher,
His son.
James Butcher,
James
his
Butcher,
son's books, also fantastic.
Yeah,
The first one was such a breath of interesting fresh air for me in the like urban fantasy genre.
Yeah.
Like, it was a truly interesting, refreshing take on like a young wizard story,
Yeah.
and I really enjoyed it.
nice.
Yeah, I heard that his son does write books, but I hadn't actually read them yet.
Yep, I have all 3. I haven't read the 3rd one, but that is only because I have been working my way through the Shannon Maguire collection still.
Love.
I have loved Shannon Maguire since I first found out about her with the Newsflash trilogy, which she actually wrote under a different pen name, Mira Grant.
Yeah.
And then I was handed a copy of Rosemary and Rue, I think it was.
Yeah.
And I read that, yeah, the first Toby Day novel. Really enjoyed it. And I read, like, I think 1, 2, and 3 at that time. And then never got a chance to check out the Encrypted series until last year.
Oh, Dee loves those.
There was a Humble Bundle that had every single one of the Encrypted books and every single one of the Toby Day novels.
Wow.
Yeah, I picked that up, and I have been devouring them when I have time to read. And so I am like, I read the entirety of the Encrypted series that's available, and then I have been reading Toby Day basically this year, and I'm up to the 10th one, I think, right now.
All right.
And they are phenomenal.
Cool.
No, that sounds awesome. Kidding me? I love the October Day series. Dee Dee loves the Encrypted series. I actually haven't been reading those as much as she has, so I'm way behind on things. I've got other shit going on. I got shit going on.
Encrypted, I loved what Encrypted did, where she took the family and then would write like the first couple of books from one family member's perspective, and then it changes to a different family member. And it's a little jarring when you first hit, I think it's book 3 is the first one where it's a different family member, and you're like, wait a minute. This is... Why are we talking about a different family member now? It was this character, and she had mentioned her brother, and now it's her brother. And then it goes to her other brother. And then it goes to her sister, and you're like, what is happening? And then it's her cousin as the point of view character. And I think the last 2 were her grandmother's point of view.
Oh, man.
And the grandmother's delightful and insane, and I love... The entire family is insane, but I love them all. It's very jarring to see the different, like, it is an entirely different book. Like, they do not think alike as characters at all. So it is a jarring tone switch on each one. You're like, this is... Whoa. But each of the characters becomes very lovable in their own way as you read through the books.
Nice.
I gotta read them. I know. Look, my to be read list is just out of control.
We all have that problem.
It's out of control.
Her, to this day, the Newsflash trilogy remains one of my favorite book series of all time. Like easily in my top 5.
Yeah.
The Newsflash, and I still regard it as one of the best zombie fics I have ever read, watched, anything.
Yeah.
Because this crazy lady took classes from Caltech in virology, biology, and some sort of infectious disease study to understand how diseases work better, how they transmit, how they operate, like how they work. And then somehow got the phone number for a scientist, for a doctor at the CDC, and started interviewing him about theoretical possibilities for a zombie apocalypse. And at first the doctor thought she was crazy, and he's, humoring her a little because she would ask, she would come up and she'd be like, what if it was something like this disease and then this disease and then this happened? And he'd be like, no, it couldn't work because of X thing, or the way that disease bonds to different things, it wouldn't work. And finally, she said in one interview, she had called him over 100 times over the course of a 6-month period to throw different ideas at him. And then she finally came up with an idea, and she said, I think I've got something that would work. What if, and she goes, what if you had a combination of this disease and this disease being used actually as a treatment for cancer, because it seems like they might work. And the doctor thoughtfully thinks about it for a minute, and he goes, in a science fiction novel, I could see how that could work as a potential cure for cancer. And she goes, okay, cool. And then on the other side of the country, there's another research team that has managed to use the understanding of this disease and this virus to create a cure for the common cold. And then through a series of events, somebody steals that common cold and releases it into the atmosphere in an aerolized form so that everybody in the world gets access to the cure for the common cold. And the doctor's like, okay, I'm with you so far. She goes, okay. On the other side of the country, eventually, this aerosolized cure for the common cold reaches the cancer treatment patient, and the two viruses merge together through, and she describes a specific, she knew the words, she studied, and she's like, and then it attached itself to the spinal column and attacked the nervous system specifically to essentially reanimate just the central nervous system and the basic biology to transmit a virus. And as she's explaining, she realizes that the line has gone completely silent. And it stays silent for a solid 40 seconds.
Oh my god.
And then the doc on the other end just goes, please don't ever talk about this again. Please don't share this idea.
Oh my god.
And then hangs up the phone on her and will not take another call from her again.
Wow. That's too funny.
Published.
She ended up using that for the basis for her zombie apocalypse.
You've gone
Nice.
too far.
I didn't, so even scarier, she describes it all in the book. The viruses that were used for the cancer treatment that ended up becoming the major problem were the Marburg virus and SARS-CoV-2.
Oh man.
Shut up.
I shit you not, 100%, I'm not joking. In 2021, or in 2022, I remembered this because I read a news article that in Africa, there was a Marburg virus outbreak in Kenya, I want to say, and it became a crisis because it merged with SARS-CoV-2 to create a super resistant strain of COVID that was even more resistant than what was seen in America. And I was like, wait a minute! And it just flashed in my mind, and I had to go back and pull up the first of the news flash books, and I was like, where's the scene? Where's the section where they talk about it? Holy shit!
Oh my
That's
god.
correct.
Oh my god.
I was like, if they come up with a cure for the common cold, I'm creating a fallout shelter.
I'm creating a fallout shelter. Throw it in the cauldron, you idiot. In the cauldron.
And it became a running statement, a recurring statement in the book trilogy that they weren't technically zombies. The actual technical scientific name for these people is Marburg Amberley, or Kellis Marburg Amberley post-amplification syndrome victims. But that was way too much of a mouthful to say when zombie was right there and easier to say.
Yeah.
What zombie was just right there and easier to say. Oh, yeah, pretty much. And I gotta put some water elevators in this place. I'm tired of running up and down. You get to see all my hard work, though, so it's not so bad. Just like
and it was fantastic trilogy. If you ever get an opportunity for it, excellent trilogy. Sarah actually listened to it in a audiobook version, though apparently the person who did the audiobook was not awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just one of those where you're like, this person just wasn't an amazing audiobook reader.
Yeah,
sometimes they're amazing, sometimes they're
Sometimes
It
they're
was okay, just
wasn't great.
Yeah.
I'll never get rid of this cold. I will never get rid of this cold. If someone offers me the cure, I'm turning it down. It's just not gonna happen. Alright, I think I'm almost done with this layer.
Oh,
I'm gonna be back in and filling in some shit later, but I think I finished that layer as much as I can right now without doing the stone on it. I'm gonna do the stone afterwards. Oh. Those are polished upstairs. I really do feel like I lost a shulker box somewhere, but I don't know where. I think it's all polished andesite, but I could be wrong. Let me take up some of the stone with me. I have to. I have to be missing. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy.
You know who used to really get
So irritated by those. Wait, did I miss a ladder? I missed a ladder, that's why. Okay. What's that?
I'm gonna say, you know who used to get really good audiobook narrators? Dean Koontz.
Oh, who's that? Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I read like one Dean Koontz book and I was like, oh, look at that. That's plenty. Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. That was mean. That was
for many, many years, Dean Koontz was one of my number one authors. Up until probably 2013 or 2014, I had read every single book he ever wrote.
Oh, yeah? That's cool.
I've always enjoyed him. I can never get into Stephen King, though.
It's awesome if there's somebody you really like. Like, that's the thing, you know? Like, I'm never gonna question that. Like, that's totally cool. I just don't. It wasn't for me. But look at me. I will read every single Lincoln Child and Douglas Preston book ever written. So you know, I ain't got no room to talk.
Lincoln Child.
Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child. Yeah, the guy who writes the Reacher, Jack Reacher novels.
Oh, I thought that was Lee Child.
Lee Child. Lee Child and Douglas.
I was gonna say I know the name Child. I knew it was Child something, but I thought it was Lee Child.
I have too many authors. I have too many authors in my head. I got too many. Anyway,
I enjoyed I haven't seen the third season yet, but I did love the first two seasons of Jack Reacher.
God. Oh my god, I love Jack Reacher so much. They're so good. They're so good.
Shows?
Yes.
I haven't seen anyone complain about it.
Yeah, because they're spot on to the books. Like they're spot on. Like, it's
Certainly better than the
insane how-
Tom Cruise movies.
Oh my! We don't. What Tom Cruise movies? There are no. We don't want nothing to do with that. Okay, not interested. I don't. No, he's not even close.
No. I keep
Expensive,
forgetting
that's
how
what it is.
long that series is too. Like, god damn.
It's so long. I love it.
It's 29
uh,
books. It's on my list of like someday I would love to read it, but like
Oh, there's
that's a lot.
I've read
That's
all
a
of them.
lot.
I have read. It's so sad because, well, I'm fairly sure I've read all of them. The thing is, what happens is I go to the bookstore. I go to the used bookstore, and I find one and I pick it up and I'm like, oh, have I read this one? And I read the synopsis and I'm like, yep, read it. And then I go to the next one. I'm like, next one, yep, read it. Like, god damn it, I hate when I fall out of this thing.
For me, it will probably end up. Oh, you have. I think for me, it'll probably be one of those books that I finally read when I just break down somewhere and just buy the audiobooks of like the entire series, and then just listen to them all.
So good. I love them. I find them very enjoyable on all counts. And it's just kind of I don't know why. Like, it's such a thing for me, but I love them. If I could just figure out how to get these
There's
walls
really-
to go.
I feel like these days there's really only two authors that I hear somebody who are like, "Oh, I like this person," and I'm like, "I do immediately judge you for this."
Right?
Like every other author, I'm like, "You love what you love. That is absolutely you,
Right.
and if it brings you joy, that's great." But if
Yeah.
like the only two though, if somebody's like, "Oh, I love this author," I'm like, if you said J.K. Rowling, I immediately judge you. And if you say Ayn Rand, I also immediately judge you.
Yeah.
You say Ayn Rand.
And I don't feel like that's an inappropriate thing. Like, I think if somebody tells me that their favorite, I think if somebody tells me that their favorite author is Ayn Rand, they've just told me enough about their personality and
And
their
you're
life.
like,
I don't need to know anything else.
I guess more for me, I can't remember the last time that somebody actually said that was their favorite author. Like, it's pretty rare, I guess, is what I'm going for,
I grew up in Schoharie County. It was not super uncommon.
Oh,
Like,
I'm in a trial chamber. It's okay.
Ayn Rand, like, really, like Fountainhead, like that's
Atlas Shrugged was a lot of people's favorite. Like, that was
okay.
so common.
A little navel gazy, but sure, I'm down with that.
Very libertarian-esque.
The amount of times my dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Sarah's parents tried to get both me and Sarah to read Atlas Shrugged like dozens of times. Yeah. And I'll be honest, I tried to read Atlas Shrugged, but I was like, God, the whole thing is just, it is,
It was awful.
It's just circle jerking capitalist like leadership, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is. If I wanted to enjoy this as like the main plot line of a story, I'll go back and I'll play BioShock again.
Pretty much.
Which, don't get me wrong, I love, like, BioShock was very good, but it's also 100% somebody looked at it and went, what if we actually did an experiment with Ayn Randian politics leading the way? Oh, this is what would happen. A dystopian hellscape where you are fighting for your life while everybody else has crumbled under the weight of no regulations in capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. Oh my god. I just hadn't thought about that stuff in so long, like her books and things. I don't know.
I mean, it definitely helps that she's been dead for the better part of a decade at this point.
Yeah, like from my brain was just like, really? That's the books?
More than a decade?
What's really funny is that the reason I say Preston and Child though, because I can't separate the two of them in my head. Because so Lee Child writes those, you're right. But Douglas Preston and Lee Child write the Pendergast series, which is my second favorite. Although sometimes it changes back and forth between which one's my favorite. Because I
feel like this sounds very familiar.
I love the Pendergast series. I mean, on its surface, it is a police procedural, you know, like that's really what it's for. But it's so much more complex than that, and that's what I love about it. You know, it's like such a great series. It really, it has a lot of this, to me, a lot of the same wonderful feel of the Reacher novels, but it's a little bit more esoteric, a little bit more clever in a lot of ways.
A little less Pulp Fiction and more.
Yeah. It's very.
And I do not say Pulp Fiction in a like derogatory way. It's just a.
No, I know what you meant.
It is.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
I've known a bunch of people that really love Clive Cussler, and I'm like, yeah, they're fun. They're a quick, fun read.
Yeah. Damn it! How do I get that to not do that?
The one I found out about recently, and I never really thought about it, was the amount of librarians that with a passion hate James Patterson.
Oh God.
Oh well.
Yeah. Well.
And I did not understand. I was like, I know his name is slapped on so much shit, but I didn't realize like just how prolific his name is. Like,
oh, it's very much so. Yeah.
And the fact that they have to clear so much shelf space for his books coming out, that it means like they legitimately have to budget buying James Patterson novels as part of the budget of the library. Not, we're going to buy from this genre and some from this genre. There is an entire section of most library budgets that is, this is the money set aside for buying James Patterson novels.
Yeah, that's just kind of like what they're forced to do, because that's what the old biddies will read. The one thing that I really got kind of like so done with it's not that I got so done with it. I was a little sad by the end of it, but that's odd. It says that YouTube is not. My stream is apparently being weird. Okay, that's fine.
Oh shit! You can't have that.
Not sure what that's doing.
Unacceptable.
I'm looking. I see you going on there still.
Oh shit! What the hell just happened? My game crashed.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh.
No. I'm currently
I don't
playing.
See you streaming. I see Setsuna view, and that's it.
Hold on. Where did my game go?
Am I the only important one? Is that what's going on?
Where did my game go?
Looks like
Sorry, that was mean. I should not have said that.
Okay. Looks like Steffi's failing the streamer again.
No, my stream is
difficult.
I know, it's fine.
Wow.
No, I can't find
Sarah,
my
you're being super helpful.
Play the fucking block.
I'm always helpful.
Ah.
I am a treat.
A treat.
I did not.
Yes, you are.
What the hell? My window decided to be weird. Okay, that's fine.
There it goes. Okay.
Anyway, no, the big thing about books, and it's kind of sad and it's silly of me, but Sue Grafton died before she finished the fucking alphabet.
True.
Oh man, I think she got up to U before she passed away.
No, she actually got up to Y.
Yeah, Y. So we will never get Z. We'll never get Z is for blah blah blah.
She didn't have somebody else with the plan?
No, she didn't. She refused it.
To.
Yeah, she refused it.
Everyone else did.
See, that's one that always bothers me. Is like, if an author dies, like completely unaware, like we don't know that they were gonna die, or like they didn't know they were gonna die, and like, you know, they get hit by a bus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
right.
Fine. But if you know you're in a situation where you are, you know, where you have health issues, or you're, you know, old, and you're writing a series, don't be that jerk. have a plan set aside so that somebody can finish it for you.
Oh, her plan was to tell everybody to get fucked because she was gonna finish her series, and if she didn't finish it, then
Yeah.
too bad.
Yep,
Like-
that was her plan.
That was her plan the whole
There's
time.
I mean, the obvious current example of that is George R. R. Martin and Patrick Rothfuss.
Yeah.
Both just aren't going to finish. And Martin himself has straight out said in interviews that when he dies, he wants some member of his family to do a I am suddenly blanking on the name. I'm trying to say Hitchcock, and that's wrong. The guy who wrote Hitchhikers, Douglas Adams.
Douglas Adams, yeah.
He wants somebody to do a Douglas Adams for him. Terry Pratchett? Run over his hard drive. He wants somebody to just run over his hard drive with a steamroller.
Ah.
God damn.
I'm with that one, dear.
I am having a hard time with that one, and I'm like, which one was it? Terry Pratchett? Yes, it was Terry Pratchett that they ran over it with an old-fashioned steamroller.
I had no idea that happened, actually. I'll be really honest.
Oh,
No.
good to think that he's worth a steamroller.
Terry Pratchett specifically wanted it done because up until the day he died, like he had Alzheimer's, and he died of Alzheimer's and dementia. And your stream just died.
Yeah, that's what I think happened.
Oh,
But so till the day he died, he kept writing. However, in his final moments of lucidity, when he really knew what was going on, he told his family and his closest friends, "I don't want these writings to be seen. I don't want people to see these last writings I had. I don't want this to be how people remember me. I want them to remember my works that I was proud of and what I did well. So when I die, take this work and destroy it. Run it over with a steamroller."
wow. All right, then.
And to honor his last wishes, his family and his closest friends actually went to a steampunk museum and got a steamroller out of a steampunk museum and ran over his hard drive with said steamroller.
Nice.
That's
With
awesome.
the steam-powered steamroller. Which was very much him. He would have loved that. And then the crushed, destroyed, unable to ever be reused hard drive was then put in the Terry Pratchett Museum.
Nice.
Wow. That's very cool. I didn't know about that.
Yep.
I'm gonna hit my head.
And then you have other authors who know that they're going to pass away, and they know, like, they have congenital heart failure. And so they know, I'm not going to finish my 14-book-long series where every single book gets longer than the first one, which was over 1,000 pages long.
Mm-hmm.
And so they hire, Brandon Sanderson to finish it for them when they die.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Jordan. I was going to say, I was like, this sounds pretty targeted. I feel like you know what you're talking about here.
Sounds
I was
pretty
very
targeted.
suspicious, like you're talking about the
Yeah.
the Wheel of Time series there. Sure was. Calling out Wheel of Time.
Oh.
A book series I still have not read. I have tried like 4 times.
I was like,
And
why
I
are you
just-
being so salty, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not salty at all. Not towards that. Like, that's great. I give Jay. Why are names failing me tonight?
I don't
Good
know, but
Lord.
something's up with you.
You're tired.
And of course, I gotta put a button on there, and I completely missed where that is.
No, I have nothing but respect for Robert Jordan, knowing that he was going to pass away and wrote as far as he could, but handed the entire manuscript for